Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Friday's the day of the week. We turn to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, hey guys, vote us in a map, and they've gone with this one. Now, it was originally requested by Eggsy, yes, that Eggsy of the Novaria map that we reviewed earlier this week, and the map itself has something about it, and this something is that it's very nice. The thing is, I think it should be very, 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 very nice. You'll see what I mean when I get down there. At least I hope you will. Apart from one talking point, but we'll get to that at the end of the show. But before we do any of that, if you like very nice things, you should show some kind of approval for them. And showing your approval using the like button is the easiest way of doing that on YouTube. Thank you very much for your ongoing support. Today's map is Blackwoods Reimagined by Dreadful Dark. Dreadful Dark, formerly Köttur.CS-Builder or something like that, who we've done once in the past. There's your start square. You might recognise this one because it is a take on the vanilla map, and this is where I did my speed build on the vanilla map. There's your terrain height. It's not your start square, I've already done that. And then you've got resources which are blocked and very strong. I don't think we can argue with blocked and very strong. That's the description there. That's pretty fine. If you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it looks like that, which again, that looks very usable to me. Very nice. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. And there's a list of requirements with a one-click collection, which we'll check in a moment. Nicely written description. All the links that you're going to need are in there. We'll be using the Laviante 2.1 theme and the Reaper Realistic Final LUT. And those two things are in operation today. And there are also some relight settings. There are actually two lots of relight settings. I chose option A because if there's two, you might as well just choose the first one. Why go to all the effort of making a decision? There's a few things to subscribe to. And this is where I think it should be very, 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 very nice. Was there a missing very there? Possibly. But you see, all of these things to subscribe to. I mean, it's not the world's longest list, but it is a substantial list. And because it's a substantial list, you think, well, hang on. This map is gonna pop. I'll tell you what makes this map really pop. The theme. Now, it's my understanding, because I actually started recording this yesterday morning and I haven't gone back and reread, and it's my bad. But if I remember correctly from yesterday morning, this theme was remade by Dreadful Dark and with the kind permission of the original creator for this map, I guess, and for the ongoing maps, I guess. Anyway, Laviante 2.1. And of course the LUT as well. Those are the two things that really make this map pop. Yes, we've got some very nice custom assets and some very nicely laid out, if somewhat simple, networking. I say somewhat simple because, I mean, this is not simple. This is perfect lane mathematics, 2 lanes into 2 and very slick slopes and all of that, and some very clean detailing on the inside with the old, what are they called, trees? Yeah, them trees, the pointy trees, the decorative trees, the sort of trees you would expect to be used for decoration. There's nothing much, if anything, to moan about with this map. Even like the change of the pillars underneath the rail there. Did you see that? There was a little bit of a change of pillars under the rail. And we got some custom bridges. And again, the custom bridges are done to the top level of order. There is nothing to complain about. So why am I saying this map isn't very, 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 very nice? Well, you tell me. You tell me. You're looking at the same thing as me. I think it's very nice. And again, we've got some very clean, crisp, tidy detailing with the foliage on the inside of these roundabouts. It's all crisp and tidy and clean and smooth and and fine, and you're going to come back and maybe bump it up a little bit with your own taste, why not? Hey, this is what it's all about. Even the start square. Now, this is the pièce de résistance in the start square. We have the roundabout, and it is very nicely detailed as well. And, you know, if you don't subscribe to these walls, you won't have this detailing. You don't have to have them. But it's nice. Also, hang on, we've got some lights. Ooh, that means if we go into night view, we'll probably get some prettiness. We do get some prettiness. That is quite pretty. Yeah, okay, credit there. So anyway, we've got that. We also have rail. I'm going to skip to the rail here because if we go back to the roads, you're going to see exactly... The map is kind of mirrored. It's not strictly mirrored, but it's kind of mirrored. We've got a slightly different bridge over the other side there on the right, but it is similar enough to the other bridge that it might as well be the same bridge. So that's one thing that we could have not had to subscribe to. And the amount of variations of trees, well, we've got quite a few trees to subscribe to, but does it feel that we've got varied trees? I mean, we've got trees for detailing. Yes, I saw those. And the hedges, the bushes, and the pointy trees, and we've got some very nice pines going on here. It's all very nice. But it's not mind-blowing. And for the amount of things that we've got there, I was kind of expecting mind-blowing. Perhaps I've been spoilt too much over the years. Because I have one bone of contention with this map. And I'm going to save this right to the end. The one thing on this map that is not what I would describe as very nice. And if you're looking for a very nice map, this is one. Definitely buildable, and definitely in many ways an improvement on the original map, which has been reimagined, not upgraded, just completely reimagined. So credit for Dreadful Ark. It's a Dreadful Ark. It's sunk. Took all the animals down. I'll be back after the intermission to check out the shipping. The shipping should be okay.
You've worked hard and lived a long life. Maybe it's time to talk to your doctor about Bonaire.
With all male enhancement drugs, a chance of a blood clot in your willy is possible. If that happens, just enjoy your last minutes, knowing you achieved what you thought was impossible. Do not buy a Bonaire from the guy outside of Speedway.
Talk to your doctor today about prescription Bonaire. Bonaire, a fossil company.
And so we're back to Blackwoods Reimagined by Dreadful Dark and the shipping routes. Now, I thought the shipping route was going to run along the coast. It doesn't. It runs up the river. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I was expecting it to run along the coast. That's all. That's all. And that isn't the one thing that I'm going to moan about. I'm not really moaning about it. I was just expecting one thing and I got another. Which I guess is a present. Water flow. Big spawn point right here. Somewhat in from the edge of the map, and then that gives us strong water flow all the way down the rivers. So if you're a player that wants to have strong water flow in your rivers, then you're not going to be disappointed here. Told you, it's very nice. Why would you be complaining about this? I'm not. I know it looks like I am. I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not, honestly. It's very nice. There goes out to the sea over here. Right, the map as a whole, you can see how it is very much based on Blackwood's vanilla map. And let's take a look at some of the detailing, like the rock detailing. There are 3 points of rock detailing that I could find. Here's the main one. All on its own, it kind of just doesn't fit with the rest of the map, which is where we look for the rest of the rock detailing to see how we can sort of like tie the whole thing together. We got another cluster of rock detailing going on here. And this is very nice as well. Kind of fits more than that bit out on the outflow, but it's even so, it still doesn't really... Where's the third one? Where is... I'm sure I saw a big old third one somewhere. We'll find it later. We'll find it later. I promise you, we'll get to that later. We'll come back to it. Right, let's have a look around for forests. We've got plenty of nice forests. And then we've got plenty of nice fields. Now, these are painted with resources. These are ore and oil. I don't remember which way round they are. I think it might be oil at the top and ore at the bottom, or closest to us. I think that's the correct way round. And some nice fertile fields going on there. And some islands to build on. And some nice smooth road. And also, by the way, also a couple of dicks. Yes. I'm sure they've been done on purpose. There's a couple of dicks on the map. Look, there's no other way of saying it. Here's that other bridge. I said we'd have another look at the other bridge. This is not the same bridge as the other bridge, even though at first glance you think it might be. But it's similar enough that I think that we probably could have saved a subscription by not having this one. Right, and I think we've seen most of the map now. Kind of. Which means we can head to the start square. Start square is lovely and flat and easy to build on, and we have an asset of the day. And a very nice one it is too. Very, very nice. This one, DP Stores and Offices by jorge.puerta. Did I get that right? Puerta? Possibly? Puerta. Anyway, yes, keep these coming, Jorge. Keep these coming. That's very nice. I like the old DP at the top of the building as well. And factoids, because it's time for factoids. The Russian composer Borodin was really only an amateur musician. His full-time occupation was professor. He was a professor. He was drinking a lot of vodka. He was a professor of chemistry, which would make him understand how vodka works, I guess. Anyway, yeah, professor of chemistry. Borodin. That's the factoid of the day there. And the asset of the day, the Stores and Offices by jorge.puerta. I can't even do drunken voice, let alone accents. Oh, today's asset of the day. Asset of the day. God, I'm rubbish. I am the worst at voices. Right, okay. Rocks. There are some more rocks. And can you see them? 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 Now you can. There they are. Can you see them? Oh, let me show you then. Oh, for pity's sake. They're all the way down here. This is somewhat overkill. I don't know what was going on here, but we've used a load of... And you can't even see them from virtually right on top. I mean, possibly the reflection of the cube map is stopping me from seeing them. But even if I could see them, I don't know how that would fit in with the rest of the map. That, for me, is just a little bit weird. I did say there was something. I did say there was one little thing. But the rest of the map is very nice, I think. What do you think? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right-hand corner of your screen, or the link in the description will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple, or a Patreon account. I'm getting good at that, aren't I? But what do I think of today's map? I think it's very nice. I think aesthetically, it's very pleasing, and I like the swooping panoramas like this. But I don't really feel that it deserves a 4th star, because I think it should be very, 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 very nice. So I'm gonna credit it with a high 3 because it is very nice, but that's the best I can do. Detailing was toying with going up to 4 stars on this one. But that big cluster of rocks at top, I have to penalise the map. They're really not needed. So instead of going to 4 stars, I'm going to match the high 3 score for detailing, because it's very nice. Gameplay, I would say exactly the same. It's very nice. Nothing really inspiring to really want to play it, but if you played it, you'd be very happy. I'm going to go high 3 across the board. Blackwoods, reimagined by Dreadful Dark, Köttur.CS-Builder. That is very nice. I have 2 words, just 2 words for it. And also those rocks. Move it, swoop, marquee it, delete it. It will just, it won't add anything to the map. It'll just remove some of the prop count or building count. I can't remember which those are. Anyway, enough is enough. We made it to the end of the show. If you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the words of the day into the comments as part of a sentence, just like I did, to score yourself some population points just for fun. And I'll be back tomorrow with our final map of the week.